Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each and every week to keep it tasteful, but discretion is advised.
Now, enjoy the show.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience.
This week on the show, it's a celebration of the seasons. As we bid farewell to fall, we'll take a look back at some of our favorite adventures from spring, summer, and winter too. From offshore fishing to one of the fastest spring gobbler hunts we've ever experienced. As we head into winter, it's a reminder of some of the new adventures that are just around the corner.
Right now on Outdoors Delmarva.
They're shooting.
There's two, Gary.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. And now, here are Mike Parker and Captain Willie Dykes.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes.
And I'm Mike Parker. Well, Willie, you know what? A lot of folks taking a little bit of time off, doing some traveling here over this post-Thanksgiving Day weekend. So what we've decided to do is do a little traveling of our own, a little traveling back in time, if you will, to kind of relive some of those best adventures that our viewers wanted to see again from over the past year or so.
And Mike, we have all the seasons covered for spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoy seeing them again as much as we enjoyed living them.
And now, here is one of our favorite adventures from the spring season.
To venture onto Everett Moore's property in Sussex County is to enter an environment designed for a cool spring morning like this.
Stand that way further, Roger.
With the sun still on the rise, our timing is just right as we walk down a row of power lines leading to a wooded section side by side with a number of well-planned food plots between each set of poles.
And the turkeys have a tendency to roost here on the left of us. And we just heard at least two birds gobbling. And we're trying to get up to them, get closer to them, try to locate them better.
Now, for years, Everett is the one who's been doing the hunting, while his longtime friend Roger Baker has been doing the calling. But this time, Roger will act as the trigger man, while Everett assists nearby with chirps from a wooden call. And there is no time to waste. Now, before you think we're jumping too far ahead, let me remind you about a turkey hunting fact. Even if you know where these big birds are roosting, it can sometimes take days to finally track one down to just the right place at just the right time. Or you can have a morning like this. Sitting for just 10 minutes, we've spotted a mature gobbler on the ground, and he's on the march, right towards us. Fact is, this fast arrival has taken me a little off guard. I've barely got time to get set. But we have managed to fit Roger with the Outdoors Delmarva head cam for an awesome point of view perspective. And as our calling continues, there's just a few trees separating ourselves from this bearded bird. Now, from my point of view, as the turkey comes into view on the other side of this tree, he has the chance to make just one final gobble before Roger gets set and takes his best shot.
Good job, Roger. Didn't I tell you this is where we needed to come?
What time is it?
Probably 6:15. It didn't take very long.
We had, we kind of knew it was going to be a pretty good morning. We knew we were going to get some footage, and it worked out pretty well. Get outdoors, Delmarva.
When it came to our spring adventures, we couldn't leave out the fishing. Here's a trophy rock fishing trip we won't soon forget.
Trophy rockfish awaited these 7 anglers aboard the Fish Magnet out of Dorchester County. Piloted by Captain Phil Goody, the boat makes good time and glides under the Hooper's Island Bridge, out to some of the best fishing on the bay. But rough seas will make this day a challenge. Skipper Phil sets the first of which will eventually be 18 lines deployed at different depths behind the trolling fish magnet. This short season for Trophy Rock, which runs from mid-April to mid-May, is the best chance to catch these monsters, which must measure at least 28 inches or more to keep.
That's what I'm talking about.
The fishermen today are optimistic.
Oh, I think we'll all get a place. We got a great captain. He stays out here and he can get them.
And with Captain Phil's help, Wayne's first up, and judging by the load on the line, he's hooked a whopper.
Great day when you can catch fish. Rockfish out here with Captain Phil.
Get it down there now. Got it. Lift up on it. Got it. Lift up on the whole thing. Perfect. Okay, put the valve there. We got it.
Good job, man. Feels great. What do you think?
All right. Yeah. It's a good day out fishing. Better working.
Matt's next with a smaller version. She's no guppy though, and after a quick measurement, this legal fish becomes number 3, and it's stowed away. The sun is shining on Bart today, who battles the next rock.
All right, bro.
She's a beauty, and the cameras record the catch of rock number 4. Now let's see what Don's got. Judging by the dip on the rod, that's no minnow.
Well, I tell you what, he's fighting.
There you go. Oh, Donnie.
He ain't getting splashed. He's full. Oh, nice. Put the valve down. We got it. 48-pounder rod. There it is.
A successful day of fishing over, all 7 sportsmen will return with a trophy.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, we've had a taste of spring, now we set our sights on summer. But first, did you know? The day of the year with the most amount of daylight hours happens in summer, known as the summer solstice, while the upcoming winter solstice has the least amount of daylight. On which date will the winter solstice occur in 2011? Is it December 2nd, December 12th, or the 22nd? The answer when we come back.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience. Sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, Shorts Marine, and Shooter's Choice. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
Did you know? Winter solstice is the day of the year with the least amount of daylight hours. The 2011 winter solstice will happen on December 22nd.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. And now, here is one of our most memorable adventures from the summer season.
I'm about 25 miles off the coast of Ocean City, Maryland this afternoon, aboard the Miss Caroline with Captain J.W. Hocker and the crew. And when we left the Fisherman's Marina this morning, we had one thing on our mind: bluefins.
Just before 6 a.m., the crew aboard the Miss Caroline departed from the Ocean City Inlet as Captain J.W. Hocker kept the throttle down for about a 75-minute ride.
Our game plan is we're going to be trolling about 6 or 7 rods probably. Keep the boat moving, just work the area, and look for the fish on the depth finder, mark the bait, find the fish, and then they'll start snapping.
First stop is Jack Spot, a well-known offshore location close enough to home to make it convenient, and with a storied history of often thick schools of fish and the occasional big catch that most wouldn't expect just 20 miles from shore.
We've caught some big bluefin out here, 125, 130 pounds. So every once in a while somebody gets hooked on one, they can't get to the boat.
Once settled, we begin a steady troll, using fresh ballyhoo, along with some artificials rigged to spreader bars. It's meant to simulate a swimming school, and a favorite target for an aggressively feeding tuna. And in literally just a few minutes, we are hooked up, and it's feeling like it's going to be a good day. Now, the tuna that's gone for the left side spreader bar doesn't feel like it's going to break any records, and Chris doesn't waste any time letting him off. But our gaff cam was in pretty good position to see fish number 1 come to the boat.
Yeah, the fishing's been real good. It's been some real good yellowfin fishing for the last week or so, and these bluefin seem to have shown up pretty thick here in the last week or two. We'll see if we can't get back on them.
Unfortunately, it would be the only fish for the first few hours, and it was looking like Jack's spot was pretty fished out, at least for today.
Today it started out pretty good. It slowed down a little bit right now, but they get finicky once in a while. They'll pick up again.
But not to rest on a single released fish, Captain Hocker sets course about 7 miles to the north, to the Twin Racks, where more reports of more early bluefin have been coming in. And though it took a while, we are back in the fighting seat when we get bit, and it's feeling like we might have found something with some size. As this tuna gets closer, we get a great shot on the underwater camera as it dives then surfaces at the back of the boat and then smacks the water repeatedly before we finally get this keeper aboard. Not the biggest bluefin this crew has ever seen, but this 41-incher has some weight to it, and it's right in that legal range.
Charter boats are allowed to take one between 27 and 47 inches and one from 47 to 59 inches. They're protected, and we live with it.
For the crew of the Miss Caroline, releasing a few more smaller tuna rounds out a successful trip. And an encouraging sign for the summer ahead. Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, we've had our taste of summer to warm you up. Next, we'll relive some autumn adventures of the past.
We call this obstacle wet spot.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience. And now, here is one of our favorite adventures from the autumn season.
Well, with all the leftovers in the fridge right now, we've all probably got a little bit of turkey on the brain for sure. But I'll warn you, you can't beat chicken when it comes to hanging out with the folks in this next story. This 4x4 club sure loves tearing up the dirt, but they're also working to preserve the land. The world of extreme motorsports is set to a rhythm all its own.
It's just it's a bug. When you get bit by it, you love it, you know?
And for members of the Eastern Shore Jeep Association, taking the wheel of a big, bad 4x4 isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. But having a club like this amidst the flat terrain of the Delmarva landscape comes with its obvious challenges. Similar clubs in more mountainous parts of the country have it easy, you could say, where rolling hills, slopes, and boulders are found around every corner of nature. But this group hardly has trouble creating and overcoming obstacles.
To learn how to drive in certain situations, you get to the point where your vehicle probably can make it, but if you're not a good driver, you're not going to make it. So it's a hand-in-hand situation where you want to build your vehicle to your capabilities and then be able to test those capabilities. We call this obstacle wet spot. How you do it?
On their home tract of land in Sussex County, this Jeep crowd is making the most of their wooded trails. And while they live to tear up mud holes and navigate tricky log jams,
My major concern on this one was actually to put some guards on this one.
Yeah, I figured the guard, especially right here.
Their main course of mayhem comes with a side serving of conservation.
We have another bridge just up the way a little. We're going to go ahead and work on that one. So currently we're en route. We get out here and we try to maintain the land as much as we can, keeping it clean for everyone, and just keeping it a safe environment for our vehicles.
And the club also puts its numbers to work in the community, adopting highways, supporting families in need, and even using their Jeeps to transport local hospital staff during nasty weather.
My first vehicle was a truck, but pretty much my second or third vehicle I had a Jeep, and totaled it, so then I needed a new one. And I'm up to, I think, 5 Jeeps now.
So next time you hear the roaring engines of the Eastern Shore Jeep Association, listen closely. Beneath the symphony of horsepower being unleashed, this band of Bigfoots is drumming up its own destiny, cutting out a vital place in the community and preserving the future of this extreme playground. Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, the autumn season is falling out of sight nearly as quickly as those changing leaves. So it's time to look back on some winter memories.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience.
I try to get Dean down here basically every day.
Yeah.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience. And now, here is one of our most memorable adventures from the winter season.
For many people, the recent heavy snowfall may have been seen as more of a bother than a blessing. But for one Worcester County man and his dog, a little frozen precipitation wasn't about to spoil his day at the beach.
What are you seeing out here? What's the last couple of days been like?
Snow. Sand is freezing. Actually, you witness some of the water that comes in is freezing up.
Yeah.
Beautiful white landscaping, something you don't see on the beach a whole lot. So you've got the best of all worlds here. Actually, you got the snow and the water and the beach. And
the same beach in the summer is not the same beach in the winter, is it?
No, it is not. It's absolutely not. It's more tranquil.
Nice golden retriever, huh? Getting out and hanging out with your dog. It's a lot of fun, huh?
Absolutely. He enjoys it. He enjoys summertime and wintertime. He loves playing in the snow, as you can see. And he loves playing on the beach and in the waves. I try to get Dean down here basically every day.
Yeah?
And he just loves going in the water and swimming.
So what do you think's going through his mind there when he's...
Dean, yeah, put the bird down. He loves it. He loves the snow. He loves playing in the snow. He's like I'd say he still has a polar bear in him or something. He's taking that bird. He's just full of fun and play.
Does he do any tricks?
Yeah, he body surfs.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, 4 seasons have come and gone, and it's been a year packed with adventures. Stay tuned for some viewer pictures from past and present.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by Shorts Marine. This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, delivering an experience. Sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, Shorts Marine, and Shooter's Choice. Now, let's get back to the adventures.
Mike, our viewer pictures and videos this week are some of the favorites from the past few months.
What are we on?
But we wanted to start with a little video of a holiday season event happening right now over in Ocean City, Maryland. When my family and I rode the train at the Winterfest of Lights this past weekend, I took the viewer Venture Cam along to show you what it's all about. Now we're talking hundreds of light displays throughout Northside Park at 127th Street in the Bay. My daughter Autumn really liked the part where Jaws made a surprise appearance. Ocean City's Winterfest of Lights runs nightly from now until January 1st. Cost for this 12-minute ride is $5 for ages 12 and up. Kids 11 and under are totally free. And now to the pictures. Let's get in some more of those deer hunting pictures we've been getting a lot of lately.
Addison Timmons from Berlin harvested a nice doe during the Maryland Youth Hunt. Congratulations. Brad Martin from Bishopville also did pretty well on Youth Day. Looks like he needed some help dragging this 8-pointer.
Same goes for Lane Jones, who encountered another beauty of an 8-pointer, also in Bishopville. Well, we're told Blaine Ward from Pittsville has buck fever, but should have been cured after the youngster shot this beauty of a buck on Youth Day.
Sherry Young from Milton doesn't mind getting close to local reptiles like this snake, which we're pretty sure is a brown water snake. They spend a lot of time in the water swimming and eating fish. Hunter Mitchell from Milford, Delaware, took this blue-winged teal recently while hunting alongside his dad. It looks like a nice one.
So whether you're already wrapping up some of those Black Friday bargains or maybe trying to bag a buck during Maryland's rifle season, we want to wish you good luck, and we'll be back here with a brand new set of adventures next week.
So for Mike Parker, I'm Captain Willie Dykes, reminding you to get outdoors, Delmarva.